Alrighty, so this is just a quick informational meeting. I'm going to go over a broad overview of the program and some resources to share. And then we're going to have a drawing. If nobody else shows up, you're going to be the winner, Laura.
Okay.
And then if you have any questions about it after that, or if anybody else joins us, ooh, Kathy's here too. So you have competition. We're going to have a drawing.
Okay.
Two of you in it. And then we'll have a time for questions. And then I'm going to show you where the video can be accessed later, if you want that to your staff, Laura especially. And then, so that's all. So I'm going to get into it, just a basic presentation. So NADSP, you're going to see that a lot. That stands for National Alliance for Direct Support Professionals, just like an FYI. So this program is a way to earn professional certifications, and our state has incentivized it, meaning they have the bonuses that you may have seen me post about that goes along with when you earn a certificate, you can get a bonus. And so DSP level 1, and that's open for DSPs and house managers. It has here what you would earn and the bonus. And the bonus isn't, you don't get it right after you finish up your certificate. Each quarter, I get asked to give a list of names of who earned a certificate in that order. I furnish the names, and then we get payments from different MCOs, the managed care organizations. They're who's providing the funds for your bonuses. So after we have all that, and then we pay the staff that earn their certificates. So just know you want to have some patience for that part of it. So there's 3 levels of certificates for DSPs. Hi, Vivian. There's 3 levels of DSP certificates, and then there's 1 for frontline supervisors, and that's only for our supervisors and our directors to do that one. They have to have certain skills that they use to be able to earn the badges for that certificate. So we've had 3 other people at Journeys, or staff, I should say, earn certificates in 2024. Kevin, Christy, and Jennifer earned certificates, and Kevin had this to say. He said, to anyone just starting or considering the program, I'd say dive in with an open heart. You'll come away with practical strategies, a deeper sense of purpose, and a greater appreciation for the impact we can make as direct support staff. And that's really what the NADSP, they wanted y'all to take away from that. So I'm really proud of the work those 3 did, and I hope you guys will join them. So like I said, there's the 3 DSP levels and then the frontline supervisor. So it's also cumulative. So you have to do DSP 1 before you can do 2, and then you can do 3. So you have to work on it in order. And these are earned through accredited education. So you can use Relias for that. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. And the other part is you provide testimonials. So you tell stories about how you've done certain kinds of DSP work throughout your careers. So the accredited education, like I said, you can earn it with Relias. And if you are able to use QR codes, you have to be logged into your Journeys Relias account for these to work. I have other ways you can access it too. But this was just for this presentation, but there's a list of like 300 classes to choose from. You do not need to take that many. It's 50 hours for DSP 1 and 100 hours for DSP 2 that you do for the accredited education. So you already have some of those hours in what you've done for Journeys. Most DSPs will have at least 20 hours. Now, those that have been with us longer, or they've been any kind of management, like Laura's taken several management level classes in Relias, you'd have more than 20 hours. So that's that portion, just an overview of that. And then the other part is e-badges. So with this, there's more than 40 badges. You have to get some in certain categories, but there's a lot of leeway for you to kind of I'm going to open the door, so excuse me while I'm getting up to walk away. I want to encourage anyone that drops in to come in. Sorry about that. I didn't want the door shut. I want people in person here too. So, there's different topics. You can see different ones here. So personal care, crisis intervention, community safety. There's many different topics. So you can kind of individualize it to yourself and your own interests. The first badge you earn is the code of ethics. And so that's what everybody has to do off the bat when you first get in the system. And so this is a very important document. One is like, what is all of our work when we're providing direct care, but also you're gonna, make sure you say that you're gonna abide by the rules for the system, because if you get caught, or they suspect even that you are falsifying your submissions, like copying other people's work and submitting it, they'll be out of the system. So that's where they get your, your understanding of the rules for that by you earning that badge. And so the rest of the badges, though, are you submit testimonials. So these are, you compose these in your own words. And if you're comfortable just doing audio recordings on your phone, or if you just want to write something up on your phone, you could even write something out on paper and take a picture and turn it in. It doesn't matter what format you turn it in. What is going to matter is that you're answering their questions. You do not have to worry about, if you don't feel like you write well, or that, you're going to have a lot of spelling mistakes or grammar mistakes. They do not look at that at all. That is not anything to worry about. What you want to worry about is like, what are you communicating to them? And trying to answer their questions that they're asking of you for those badges. So whenever you submit your testimonial, there's a reviewer, and this is not anybody here at Journeys. These are people that are employed by the NADSP. And so they will review your testimonials, and they'll either approve it or deny it. If they deny it, they will tell you why. They will give you some feedback so you can try to get it approved. You could submit it multiple times until you get it approved. So I have this link also in our chat for this Zoom, and it's going to be other places too, but this is our sign up form. I just made a form that's online. I had been doing this through an email if you participated before this meeting, like last year. And then I also have this, more info goes to an app that has all sorts of how-tos and stuff related to what I've just gone over in really nitty-gritty detail. I still want you to ask me questions if you have them, but that if you're somebody that likes to read and see how to do things on your own, that's the kind of person I am, that's going to be helpful to you. And we're going to look at those two as well while we're meeting today. I want to let you know the next time I'm going to be available, like in a big meeting like this, will be on Thursday, September 11th, here at the main office, back in the big room. The production area is what it used to be called. We're going to have several different outside organizations here, like employee benefit specialists in Washington National, to share about benefits, but I'm also going to have a table up and be there if you have any questions or anything. You can always, like, when you're not working, just like send me an email or whatnot to ask me questions too, but that's just like when I'm going to be available at a set time. And then I'm one of the local administrators. Our other one, I'm like the main one. I'm going to be the one answering a lot of your questions and all that. Felicia also is our other local admin. So if I was like out of office, she could help too. So that's just our basic presentation. I'm going to review the resources with you that I just discussed, the form and the app. So I am going to resume my screen sharing. I did that because I closed what I had. So I'm going to get back on the internet. Okay, so this is the form. This is where that link will go to. And there's I have it in your chat here, and I have it another place. I'll show you how to access it another way, and I will email it to you as well. I emailed it to Miss Kathy this afternoon. So what's on here is 10 Care. They're the ones providing the bonuses They are doing an attestation form and survey. So this is not from me, this is from the state. And so it's right here. So you can just fill it out right here on the screen. So I have tips for how to fill it out when you go through. So you want to click that you're a DSP unless you're supervisor or director. And then when you go to the next page, it has some info there that you're going to attest to, and you enter in your name and their other contact info. And then you want to put what level you're going to enroll in. You could put that, they might ask you if you didn't do this at first, they might ask you to go back in and do this. And so that's why it has, if you're enrolled, in progress, or completed. And so it has for all 3 DSP certificates and the frontline supervisor. And then they're going to ask you some questions about why you're wanting to sign up to it. That's the survey portion of it. So you keep working through this and you keep clicking next until it like thanks you for your submission. So some other info it'll ask for if you need that help filling that out. The provider agency is Journeys. And then you know, like I just said, what level, and then when it asks you to put supervisor's info, it sends something to your supervisor, and they don't really need that. It's more for me. It's helpful to have my name in there because I need to know you did this. I have to have confirmation before I do my next step. So if you put my name and contact info in there, that would be very helpful. If you don't, I can still get the info. It just takes a little bit more steps. So the next part, after you fill this out and I get confirmation you filled out that attestation and survey, then what's going to happen is I'm going to send you an email with a little bit of info about like your Reliance transcript and some just basic stuff on using the system. And then you're going to get one on how to sign in, like what your username is and where you can set up your password from eBadge support. And so if you have a Gmail account, you want to make sure that you are following these steps so that you can see your email from the eBadge. Do you have a question?
Yes.
Yes.
And is a house manager considered direct line supervisor in this case, or DSP?
Okay, so are you meaning for what level certificate?
For what do we have to say one or the other?
Now you could do you could do any of the DSP ones as a house manager.
Okay.
If you are a very experienced house manager or you've been a supervisor before, you might have the experience to do the frontline supervisor one. So Laura, I feel like you might be able to be successful in completing that. You can definitely get those DSP ones.
Okay.
It's experience based. The badges are.
Okay, and that answered my question. I was wondering what those
Yeah, you could review it, and then if you change your mind, like you decided you want to look at the frontline supervisor info closer in the system for yourself, you're welcome to do that. And if there's anybody else listening that's in that same boat as Laura, just let me know, and I have to give you like a special code to sign up for that part. But if you decide you don't want to do it, that's fine too. You can just like work on it.
Thank you.
Any other questions about the form, especially? Pretty easy to do. Once you fill it out for this part right here, it sends the submission to me, so I see it automatically. I heard somebody starting to talk, but my screen went. What's that?
Oh no, it's okay.
Okay. The other part I was going to show you is not that. I gotta move something out of the way so I can. Okay, so on the Bamboo today, I listed a link. I saw somebody already went to it. It's a link to this, and I'll show you on Bamboo where I have it real quick if I can. I didn't log into Bamboo on here. So when you go on Bamboo, it's on the first page that you go to for your home screen, and there's some links like paychecks and whatnot. And so this is on there too. This is also in the chat for this meeting. But what this is an information like resource for y'all. So the presentation I just went through, it has that on here. That's the first thing you see, just to give some basic info, and you have it again in writing. And then last year I made this how-to video. It's kind of long, but it also has a lot of details in it. And then here's that form that I just talked about, the sign-up form. And then we have the testimonial from Kevin. So that's the first page. And then, sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties. Then I have a contact page. And so it has mine and Felicia's phone number, extensions, and email. Then I have the incentive information again, and I have the quarters listed. So if you are working on something like, say you started working now, you have until towards the end of September to wrap up your work so that you could be paid out towards October before December. But that's when it's going to be the cutoff for payment for the third quarter. So that's the schedule's there for you. And then I have a Relias help page. This has how to do all sorts of stuff. Like I'm going to send you your transcript, how it exists when you first sign up for this program. But as you take more classes, you can do that yourself. So I have a how to download your transcript. So there's other steps on there to help you with the Relias part. And then I have writing tips for when you do your e-badge testimonials. Just some one I heard at a meeting I went to is you want to write clearly so that the reviewers, they can picture what you're saying. You don't need to worry, like I said, about spelling and all that. You just want to communicate clearly so they can see what it is you're trying to say. And a lot of you, I know you talk like that. So just kind of write like how you talk. And the reviewers do have some breaks scheduled, just all of them all together. So you wouldn't expect to have any feedback during these times. And then the Code of Ethics is a document. It's not showing in here, but if you click open, it goes right to it. Or it has to where you could save it if you wanted to, but you could look at it on the website, on the web as well. But that's an important foundation document. That's what's guiding all the work in this program, but also our work as direct support providers. So this other one is called the competency area. So if you're having a hard time understanding one of the topics, if you were to look at, safety and what this has to say about safety, that might help you answer your testimonial questions better. So this, like I said, is a resource for you. It'll have stuff added to it if I see a need to add more to it. And then if you have any other questions, just let me know. So we got our things done. I wanted to do now. I'm going to do a wheel. I'm going to draw names between the three of you. Draw a name because I have a gift. Okay, I'm going to spin it. We're going to see who of the three of you, I think that's all that we have here with us, won a lovely bag that I have from Rachel. Oh, did Kathy win it?
Hello. I think so.
Congrats, Kathy.
Well, thank you. That was the luck of the draw.
Yeah. Hi, Vivian.
I was trying to pump everybody up that came, woo, you did it, you're here.
Thank you.
So I'm going to log into Bamboo real quick and show you one place, the video that I'm doing from today. I'm recording this. And so it's going to be on that app. I'm going to put it in with the other video I already have. Another place is going to be, I'm going to log into Bamboo. I'm going to log in Bamboo and show you where the link to the app is that I just showed you if you need to find it again later. So I'm going to put also the video in that you may have seen in Bamboo, there's this community, employee community where we post. I'm going to put a link in the one I just put. So it's there just to follow up. I'm putting it in all sorts of places. And then here's your app link. The NADSP badge, that info app. So
I have a question.
yes, because that's what it's time for now. Questions.
Okay, how can we access the? I was looking at Bamboo on my phone. Can we access where that that message from you came from, or how do we access the system from our phone
You're on your
or,
phone.
or,
I don't
or
know what this looks
computer?
like on your phone, on your computer. Whatever you act, whenever you log into Bamboo, you'll have your email and your password you put in, and then you come to this page, except it's for you. It'll say, "Hi, Laura," and this
Yeah.
is just your home screen. So if you want to look, one place I'm putting it is right here. So where I have this little post that's from me, and I'm going to put it in the comments for it. So I don't know how you view
So
the.
I should be able to see that on my personal computer too to get
You should
into
be able
what
to.
my.
You can see everything on Bamboo. You shouldn't be, you clock in and out from the agency computer on Bamboo, but you should be able to access everything else, the employee community, and
Mhm.
also that other part that I showed on that first home screen. If you scroll down underneath this, I don't know if it looks exactly like this for you, but company links. That's
Okay,
also the other place I have it.
thank you.
Any other questions?
No, I think you've answered them pretty good.
Okay, that's
So
what
when
my
does
goal
this
was.
training start?
It's self-paced. After you finish that attestation and survey, and I get confirmation that you've turned it into the 10 Cares got it,
Uh-huh.
I will send you an invite to the system, and you just get in there and work at your own pace. Um,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you were to wrap up a certificate by September 30th, then sometime before the end of the year, you would get your bonus for that. Some people are pretty quick with it. I know we had one person earn like 3 certificates towards the end of last year, all within like a quarter or maybe 2 quarters.
Oh, goodness.
It depends on how much time you give. Just remember, you shouldn't be working on this when you're working your shift. We want you
Right.
to, concentrate on your shift's work. And it's got that bonus. So, it's not a conflict, but like it would be better for you to work on that, on your own time instead of company time.
Exactly. Okay.
Any other questions? I really appreciate y'all being here, on the Zoom.
Oh, you're welcome. We thanks for the information. So are you going to be sending the links to our Bamboo email or just a
Actually,
regular Gmail?
now I sent earlier when you gave me a phone call about it, I sent it to your email.
Okay.
And so it
Okay.
has the form on one link, and the other is for this info app if you wanted to access that. But if you have any hard time getting to that form or filling it out, just let me know. I can send it to you a different way.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Well, I'll check my Gmail again. I'm
Yeah,
sure
just let
you
me
had some
know.
more information on there.
I'm trying to make it easy for us to do. This app and the form's new. I was doing it different last year. It's trying to streamline it a little bit, but that's all I had, unless you guys have any other questions.